Hello everybody, this is Vinay, your coach, and you're watching Science Thesis for You. Now, in this particular video, we're going to talk about the physics and chemistry numericals. Numericals, yes, you heard me, numericals, especially the graph one. When these numericals usually arrive, the students they run very fast. But now you will not going to run. In this video, we're going to talk about different sorts of graphs. By just looking the equation, how to draw the graph by a blink of an eye, I'll teach you. This particular video is for class 8, 9, 10th, 11, 12, those who are preparing for JEE, NEET, etc. So without further ado, let's get started. First come, first serve, the straight line graphs. So we're going to talk about the straight line graphs, and y is equals to mx plus c is the straight line equation. Y and x are the coordinates, and m represent the slope and c represent the y-intercepts. Right? Oh, what is y-intercept? X equal to 0, that is called y-intercept. If you're not getting it, forget about it. You can just see this picture. The line 0 to 3 representing the y. Okay, so what is slope? Tan theta is slope. Oh, don't worry. If not getting it, forget about it. You see this picture and just see the theta. It's a kind of representation of slope. One trick you should remember if you want to draw these kind of graphs. If m is positive, please draw a line like this. Like this. Practice it. If m is negative, slope is negative, draw a line like this. Right? Practice it. So I have taken four graphs. For that I need four equations, and here in those equations m and c value will vary. So all the possible values I have taken. First one is positive, positive, negative, negative, positive, negative, negative, positive respectively. So let's begin with the first graph. The m value is positive and c value is positive. Right. So first of all, intercept is positive. It means I have to start from on this action. So I have taken this random point, the intercept is positive, and the graph, so the slope is a positive. So positive, what I have to draw like this, like this. So the answer is like this. You can extend it. So now the second value, if you take negative, negative, so intercept is negative. So here this graph, intercept is negative, so I have taken here random point. This is the negative intercept, and the slope, it is also negative. So slope is negative, so I have to draw like this, like this. I told you guys, so just remember this thing and you will be get better in this. So this is the line. So now the values, positive, negative. So again the slope is positive and the intercept is negative. Intercept is negative, now the slope is positive, so I have to draw like this. So this is the answer. The last, the fourth point, negative and positive. So intercept is positive, so I have to start from here, and the slope is negative. Slope is negative, so the value would be like this. Two more equation we can also see. So we have two graphs. Suppose slope equal to 0 and value equal to 0, you will get the equation y equal to c, and in this graph you can see there is no slope. So line would be like this. Line is parallel to the x-axis, and this value would be c, y equal to c. And one more graph you can see, if you put c equal to 0 here in this particular equation, you get y equal to mx. Y equal to mx, there is no intercept, so the line is passing through the origin, and you will get this graph. All right, here is two question for practice. M value is negative, C value is positive from this equation, and M value is positive here, C value is negative here. So just pause the video and just try to do by yourself. And if your answer are right, it means you got it. Second type of graph, inverse graph. So here you can see this equation, x and y both are inversely proportional. You can also represent in this equation x is equal to k upon y, whereas k is a constant. So here if I'm going to plot x and y on this xy axis, so you see the graph will always be a curve, and the curve is very famous, rectangular hyperbola. So please just keep this thing in your mind. Third type, parabolic curves. There are four parabolic curves that you need to remember, and they are important. So let's go with first. Y square is equals to kx. Right? This is the graph that is opening right hand side. Okay. So if this is the equation, the second equation is like that. Same equation with negative only. So the opening is from the toward the left hand side. Now here, if you see, the third one is x square is equals to ky. You can see the equation the x square is coming first, so is the subject of the formula, while here y square was the subject of the formula. Here the opening is the upward direction, and this, with the same equation with negative here, the opening is downward. If you remember all these graphs, it will going to help you in solving numericals. Fourth type of graphs are exponential curves. In exam, sometimes they used to ask the exponential type of graphs. So you just have to remember the equation y is equals to e raised to power x, and here y is equals to e raised to power minus x. If the power is plus x, you have to draw a graph like this, and if it is negative, then draw a graph like this. Let's begin with the last final point, fifth point, few common graphs. Sometimes in exams they give problems like this: x is equals to ky. Now the graph is we have to draw between the xy, xy, xy versus x. Okay, so this is the graph. Now you just do one thing: you just multiply y xy equal to k, and k is nothing but a constant, so it will not going to change. So if we going to draw this graph, you have to keep in mind xy value will not going to change. So x is a variable which will going to change. So what would be the graph? So graph would be like this: straight line parallel to the x-axis. In this axis, x is varying, but x and y, the product is constant. We can talk about more problems like this. Mu is equals to c by lambda. This is a very famous the formula in physics and chemistry. Mu is the frequency, lambda is the wavelength, c is the speed type. Mu and wavelength are variables, and c is the speed of light, which is constant. So two graphs we have to draw: mu versus c, and you know c is the speed of light, which will not going to change, it is constant. So it's the variable, it's the constant. What would be the graph? The graph would be yes, this is the graph, right? So in this here the c is not changing, but mu is completely variable on this. It's a parallel. The line parallel to the mu axis, right? Here you can see now the graph you have to draw: c versus lambda. Lambda is a variable, c is again a constant. So what the graph is like this. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please like the video, share with your friends, and subscribe my channel. In case if you want to say, if you want to talk to me, please comment and say something about this video, and that will going to help me to make further videos in future. Thank you.